You are live. It says we are live.
We are live.
We have no way of
We are
confirming that
not
unless somebody
Memorex.
chimes in there. Anybody out there already waiting? Just
Hello, can
counting
anybody
the minutes.
hear me?
We show up. There's a couple of folks that have been here like every single time. They must not have much going on in their lives.
Sure. Welcome, listeners. We're going to berate you by telling you you have no lives.
Well, it's on par of ours. Here, let me give you something here, John.
Oh, hang on 1 second there.
I'm gonna go ahead and hand this to you because.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, yeah.
Try this.
Thanks.
You ready?
Yeah.
Bring it. Grab it right there.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and record. You ready?
I am ready.
All right, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 543 for September 20th, 2020. 9/20/2020. Good morning, John.
Good morning, James.
How are you doing over there?
Hey. We are easily amused, people. We are easily amused.
Yeah, we never had this. This is fun. We're still figuring out all the cool things we can do.
Wait.
We can high five each other.
You know. All right. Here we go.
What?
Right. Ready. 1, 2.
Right.
Oh, bam! All right. Ooh.
Oh, there's some kind of delay. There's a delay.
Yeah, there's a delay. There we go.
What I'm seeing is not what you're seeing. So if we high five, we just kind of have to hold it there and catch up for the.
This isn't awkward at all.
Yeah, if you're on the audio.
I was going to say, yeah, I was just going to say, and for those listening to us, that's
no sense. What are
terrible
they doing?
Podcasting.
Yeah, we're playing around with the live YouTube stream. All right, let's see today's episode. Well, of course, in addition to the usual things, we're gonna recap the Apple event. It was not as we had hoped, but we promised we'd talk about it, so we will anyway. Didn't have the big Mac announcement or even an iPhone announcement. There's some other cool things in there, so we'll get to that in a bit. We did have a couple of new members over on the Facebook. Sig Olivier joined us last Friday, and Mirko Credito from Milan, Italy joined us. So welcome. How about you, John? Did you survive unscathed? Any problems there at the Mac?
Oh yeah. We had a bit of a hurricane. We got it was not too bad in our area. We a couple of bridges were closed temporarily. And,
you were
a lot of rain.
Were you trapped up there?
Shoal River Bridge was closed for a while. That's the main bridge going the one road basically that goes through Crestview, the big road anyway. But we could still go to the grocery store and everything, so it wasn't too bad. We've been mostly teleworking anyway.
No damage.
We didn't
barn.
No damage. We didn't even really lose power. Just a couple of fluctuations.
Oh, so, wow. Yeah.
What about you?
You were lucky.
You were a lot closer to the coast.
Yeah, no problems. No problems here. A lot of people, of course, still in the area without power. Let's see. Well, I think that's all we got at the intro. Nobody in the comments yet.
Jeremy.
Interest. I didn't see anything over there. You're looking at a different place than me.
I see. Hi, Jeremy from London here. You could pass a CD or something small. So yes. So he is commenting.
Interesting. I'm not getting any of the comments in my window. Funny. Very odd. Okay, well, we'll figure that out here. All right, well, we'll be right back with some eBay finds. Interesting.
All right, so I am maybe it's because I actually have. So you just typed hello, right?
Yeah, I see
Okay.
that. I don't see anything else. Why don't you type something?
Typed a good morning. So, all right. So if you are, what it is I've got the YouTube channel up in the second window,
Oh, so you're
and
tapping in that.
yes,
So some reason the connection isn't working to.
not both ways because oh, and Rick and Joe, we have an hola and an evening. Because of course, yes, it is evening. I said good morning, but of course it is evening for most of our listeners, or at least most of our viewers. Hey, good morning, everyone.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I don't know why it's not. It must be a bug in. Usually the StreamYard relays those chats.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to practice our passing stuff back and forth.
Yeah, across because it's a very thin. It's only about that wide. This area right here.
Right. Yeah. We'll have to get something we both have in our collection and really do a good pass off. Anyway.
All right, let's go to
the eBays.
Let's do some eBay finds here. Let's see here.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
Hang on one second. I just want to take a look at that. Is a cool one. All right, I am ready.
All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. It's time for the eBay finds. Last week we had that Open Dock watch. I'm not sure the watch used Open Dock in any form or fashion. I think it just says Open Dock, right? Didn't have like configurable hands or watch faces or anything, or even bands. Like, one could say the current Apple Watch has almost an Open Dock kind of thing. Almost. Well, did not sell. There were no bids. Starting bid was $150. It did get relisted. Let's see. Did the price drop? No. And it says the ending was, or the listing was ended because the seller said there was an error. Moving on, and we have that all Macintosh Office, or all that jazz, that poster, which had some. I was curious what they were actually advertising. The Utah Jazz, the software Jazz, the Macs, and then there was a strangely all white laser writer in the picture. Lots of stuff going on there. That one also did not sell, had a $49 starting bid, or buy it now $99. And it was relisted, same pricing, starting bid $49. And finally last week, those boxer shorts.
The glow in the dark.
Right. Which they still glow in the dark, don't they? Didn't they have a picture of them actually glowing? They did.
Yeah.
You think that whatever that chemical material, whatever would have degraded after all this time, but not the case. That one did not sell after the auction ended. $150 was the starting bid, and no relisting on that one. Okay. Well, we'll begin this week with a Macintosh Portable. Not just any Macintosh Portable, one that says is a prototype. It was extremely rare, non-backlit, fully functional, fairly difficult to find. This is a prototype, has been professionally recapped. The battery was carefully split apart, replaced, resealed. And it's actually user serviceable now, the way the battery's been put together.
Oh, nice.
Comes with a charger. And let's see what else. I don't know. Let's look at these pictures and see what's going on there. You see the portable, looks like no yellowing, looks like good shape there.
Nice clear screen.
Booting up. Yeah. And there it is. Look at the back there.
Yes. This device has not been approved by the Federal Communications Commission. This device is not and may not be offered for sale or lease, or sold or leased until the approval of the FCC has been obtained.
Okay. So you will have to get that first.
Right.
There's a link to the FCC. Before you place a bid, you want to make sure that that's taken care of. Serial number, there's the top, there's the motherboard and the inside, so it looks like it was stripped and cleaned.
Yeah.
And there's the battery. Right. A real zoom in of the screen. You can see a little defect there, but nothing too well. I don't see a case in any of these pictures.
Oh, right. Yeah, and you would think for the price.
Well, it was a prototype, so it didn't come.
Well, that's true, but
right.
Yeah,
you could grab one.
That is true. Yeah, they're really not that bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at it. I don't see anything else that indicates it's a prototype, like smooth plastics.
Right. Yeah, this was obviously a pretty
see-through. Yeah, it's not like one of the rare transparent ones, but cool nonetheless. I don't know. So they want buy it now of $4,500, or you can make an offer. It ships from Pacific Grove, California. I don't see an end date on this one.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, pretty sharp. Who knows how many of these are running around? I can't even recall. Besides the transparent prototypes, I don't remember seeing any of these nearly finished ones too.
Yeah,
great to do
this is ready to a side by side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really pour over it and see what the differences are. All right, what do you got for us?
All right, so I have to say I love like early hard drive case designs because they were all over the place.
Yeah.
Everyone had its own kind of unique one, and I have to say I've never seen this one before. This is a rare Macintosh vintage Mac 10 serial hard drive for the Mac 128K. So yes, if you wanted to move your information at an incredibly slow rate, here's your chance. It's it's just like Apple, had the official HD 20 that was not SCSI. That was a serial drive also. So this one is very interesting. Looking at the form factor on it, it looks like it would sit nicely next to your 128 or 512K Mac. It's got the same kind of notch in the bottom and the same kind of side profile, but a lot shorter. And I can't tell if it's actually tapered or if that's just a perspective in the picture. I think it's tapered so that the angle kind of also matches the top of the Macintosh, though much shorter. Probably this looks like it'll probably come up about to the height of the hard drive. I really wish there was a picture of it sitting next.
Yeah, it looks like it has the
Mac.
same shape, but it's shorter.
It's water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so on the back you've got a Mac, basically a 2 Mac and a 2 printer. So it looks like it had a through serial connector, so you could still hook your printer to it, and then it to your Mac. Do you see any pictures of a power supply for this?
No, it says it's not included.
Oh my goodness,
so that's going to be a problem.
Let's see what kind of connector
make your own.
It's got. Yeah, who knows what?
It's got that round connector.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like it also came with a 20 meg configuration. Looking at the sticker on the back. So pretty cool though. This would be a really neat thing. It is pricey. It is $600, $599.99. It does have a make offer. It does not have an end date either. This is coming out of South Carolina. Pretty cool. Yeah. I like it.
No telling what kind of software might be on there.
Right. I mean, that would be the most exciting part is, who knows?
Yeah. Time capsule, right? Well, All right, let's take a look at this last one here. This is a calculator. Not just
Oh,
any old
yes.
calculator, but it's a Braun calculator, not just any old Braun calculator, but one adorned with the Apple logo right there opposite the Braun logo. And let's see what else. The description says the Braun ET55 calculator badge with the Apple logo was stocked in the Apple gift shop way back in 1982 and appeared in the Apple Collection Lifestyle catalog in 86 and 87. Almost prophetic, given that Braun designer Dieter Rams is often cited as a key influencer on Apple's design chief Johnny Ive. Perfect condition, tested, and works. Gosh, I can't imagine that this sold in the store for more than about $50 or so.
Right.
Would you guess? Well, you're laughing already, so you must know what they're asking for this thing.
I see that. Yes.
They want to buy it now for $1,000. There's a make an offer. It is classic design, and yes, Braun is often cited as an influence for Apple design, the simplicity, and you can see. I mean, it's just like a timeless, timeless design and calculator. And obviously, they at some point got some kind of deal to put the Apple logo on there, and just they had all these specialty gifts in the catalog, and a lot of wasn't just Braun. I mean, a lot of really high end items, whether it be clothing or windsurfers or whatever else, that they stuck the Apple logo on and offered for sale. So, yeah, I don't know $1,000, but again, these are super rare. For some reason, they don't come up very often. You'd think a lot of these would have been sold.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to go check the catalog. It's possible these were very expensive, like over 100 or something, back then.
Do you have one?
Pouring through. A calculator, I guess?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No. I mean, but I can check the catalog anyway. Yeah, because I know we've seen these before, but again, they just don't come up very often.
Right. Well, this is certainly the I think the most I've ever seen one of these trying to sell for.
Sure. Well, we'll find out next week and see if they got it. All right. Let's go back to the two of us. I'm still trying to figure out my windowing situation here. There's what's natural, where the microphone is, because when I'm looking at these screens, if I'm looking in the wrong direction on camera, it looks odd. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is not worry about it, because my neck is already stiff. It feels like I'm trying to turn my head one way, stick my eyes the other way, and then also tilt my mouth in a different direction than that. All right. Well, we're going to talk about
the event.
You ready to go?
I am ready.
All right. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last week was the big Apple event. The first product announcement since COVID-19 started. And so they didn't do the usual in-person event.
I thought this was the second one where they had...
Well, they did WWDC.
Yeah, okay.
But this is the first Apple event product announcement.
Got it.
And I think, right? There wasn't one in the spring.
Nope. Yeah, I was thinking of the...
So we got a taste of what it would be like, and they did not disappoint. I mean, it was flashy with the drone footage and just the great graphics and sound, and just very polished all the way around. But it didn't have all the things we had hoped for. We're kind of not. I mean, there was small chance of it, but we didn't get any new Mac announcements with the new Apple Silicon. We didn't get an iPhone announcement. That's been delayed. I think some of those delays are directly as a result of the pandemic. But we did do, yes?
Yeah, well, just good point that the pandemic has
Mm-hmm.
kind of halted some tech.
Yeah. And let's see. So what did we get though? We didn't get all that. Well, we got Apple Watch announcements, an iPad, and some services stuff. The watch you don't do you wear a watch? Did you ever get a watch?
I do. Yes.
Which
Yep.
series do you have?
I've got the 4.
You know 4?
Yep.
I think I've got 3. Well, they're up to Series 6 now.
Yeah.
Of
Wow.
course, faster chips, brighter display, always-on altimeter, the new pulse oximeter.
It is amazing all the kind of health stuff that they've managed to cram into something like this.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
it's pretty crazy. It's very much like science fiction. This idea
Yeah.
that you
Right.
have this thing on your wrist that's going to, tell you when you need to go to the emergency room. In fact, they shared some of those stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
People
Yeah.
said
That the watch saved their lives, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they had the new colors, Project Red color also, and the straps, including the seamless solo loop. Makes me wondering if there's going to be a chewy one at some point. Let's see. So that $399 for that, and then the Watch SE. Whenever they have the SE, I always think of course, the SE.
SE, right?
They're recycling that name SE, but I think in this case it stands for Special Edition, not System Expansion. The cheaper one, $279. What else about? I guess that's about it. You can do that family setup with your watches, right? So
right. So if you got somebody you want to have a watch, they don't have to have their own phone to set it up. I think that was obviously a very brilliant on their.
It can be like a satellite to your.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great for kids that you're keeping track of.
Or even older relatives
that you're keeping track of.
On the phone. Yes.
Yeah, and then the iPads. The Air now with the fast processor.
Wow.
Of course, the Liquid Retina display. No Face ID though on this one. They did that Touch ID through the power button or the sleep wake button, I guess. That is pretty slick. That technology.
Yeah.
And that little strip of button to be able to sense your fingerprint, which is nice. I think that's for the iPad. It's almost I prefer that sort of touch one than every time you have to log into something. You have to pick up your iPad and kind of get at the right distance and stare at it. It's a little easier for your iPhone because you're always kind of just have it right in your front of your face. So that was an interesting twist there. That going back to Touch ID, we thought everything was going to Face ID.
Right. In this day and age, it would almost be better if the phone also still had the fingerprint option. Every time I'm out trying to use my phone, like at the grocery store,
you're right.
Having to log in.
Yeah.
Of course, I have a mask on. Yeah.
Yeah. I find myself in a store and I have to pay for something or whatever, and I just have to quick. Please don't kick me out of the store. I'm just trying to log into my phone. And if you're all up and you've got gloves too, and you can't,
Oh, right. Yes.
Right.
Good point.
I heard, did I hear this right? There was somewhere that they're going to adapt Face ID so that it would recognize you with your mask on.
Wow. Just kind of off of your eyes.
The structure of your head. And I don't know. It seemed like that'd be difficult to do. Let's see. And they up the specs of the base iPad, so faster basic iPad at $329. And then the services part, Fitness Plus, boy, that's big, I think.
Yeah.
You talk about health. Well, fitness is closely aligned to health. And this fitness subscription thing, where for $9.99 a month or $79.99 a year, gives you these curated fitness programs across all kinds of different categories, but tightly integrated with the aforementioned watch and your Apple devices, right? So you can work out, in front of your Apple TV, your iPad, your iPhone, or your Mac, and have all that fitness information on your phone directly fed. Really, really cool stuff. And then we talked about Apple One. That was strong in the rumors, combining all these services, because I've personally lost track of everything I've subscribed to. Not just in Apple's universe, but everything else, right? We're now being nickel and dimed on a global scale.
So bad.
Yeah. The microtransactions, they're not so micro anymore when they're
right. Not only that, I mean, microtransactions, and also, you don't buy software anymore. You just rent it.
Not even lease to own. Yes. Or music or everything else, right? They've got you for life.
Sure.
As soon as you stop paying, that's you got nothing.
Yep.
Which actually isn't a bad way to go, from a life standpoint. Right?
From a clutter standpoint, yeah.
Well, from a clutter standpoint, this idea that there's not much to divvy up when you pass on. There's been a lot of stuff about this sort of your digital assets and what happens when you die.
Right.
Like, who gets the rights to your iTunes library and that kind of stuff.
You don't have to worry about it anymore.
That's the importance of the whole family sharing thing. Make sure you get your family and you can keep passing on, so that generations from now, your ancestors will be able to
have your Apple ID. People's tombstones which have the Apple ID and password on the tombstone. So
right, and then they send the password.
What was Grandpa's login? What was Grandpa's login again?
Hey, we're not far from that, are we? Grandpa's login. Yeah, we're pretty much, we're almost old enough to be grandpas. So
I am.
Oh, wow. Well,
I am. I should say I am old enough to be a grandpa. I am not a grandpa. Yes.
No. Are you a great uncle at this point?
No. Yes.
As far as you know. Well, let's see. So Apple One, yeah. I think I'm going to wind up saving a bunch of money. I figured out. It's like I guessed what those things might cost, and then I looked at it, and I thought, I think I'm spending like twice as much as that now. But again, I've lost track, and I don't remember what I'm paying for, what I got for free when I bought something. There's all that going on. But they have these 3 different plans, from $14.95 up to $29.95, with the $29.95 the Premier or all-in plan that gives you 6 different services: music, TV, arcade, iCloud, News Plus, and fitness. So there you go, Apple. Really doing more.
Yeah. Take my money.
Yeah, exactly. So that was about it. I don't think I missed anything. We'll have to wait until I think next month.
Yeah, I think there were rumors that iPhone in October. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and maybe around then, maybe November or whatever, we'll finally hear in what form Apple Silicon will take in terms of a new Mac. Yeah, Eric out in the chat is hoping that Ping, Apple Link, and eWorld will make a comeback. They should have lumped those in there while they're at it. And what about
oh my gosh, Ping!
Dot Mac.
Totally forgot about Ping.
Dot Mac. They could have thrown that in there.
Yeah,
maybe as the Premier Plus plan SE. That would have been great. Throw those additional services in there.
Oh, Derek's happy there was no Mac announced because he just bought a Mac Mini.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
Have you? Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever bought a Mac and then like 2 weeks later, like
no.
the new hotness, twice as fast, half the price comes out or anything like that? No.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, I'm very careful about it because I don't buy Macs very, very often. So I always go and I mean, we're on top of it too, right? I mean,
and we knew where the cycle was,
cycles are,
back in the day. I would warn people to say, don't buy a Mac now. In a month, they'll be announcing possibly a new something. So just wait a month. Yeah.
Well, I always consult just to remind myself what the timelines are and have been historically.
Right.
You go to Mac Rumors buyer's guide.
Well, back. Oh yeah, right.
Those.
Right. But also back in the day, it used to be, whenever Macworld was coming up, you never bought anything just for Macworld.
Right. You want to make sure. That is crazy talk.
All right.
Okay.
So see, David mentions that the chip on the iPad Air 4 may be faster. However, the screen refresh rate on the iPad Pro is faster at 120 megahertz. Nice. All right. Yeah, David. Yeah, the 2012 Mac Pro. That's I'm on a 2011 iMac is what I do my podcasting on. So yes, it is nice how well our hardware has held up over the years as far as being useful. That is definitely been a plus of being a Mac user for many years.
All right, you ready to go for news?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time for the news over on CNN in their Innovate column by Rishi Iyengar. He says, decades before the iPad, Apple Newton tablet system was deemed a massive failure. Boy, that's harsh. That is harsh.
He pulls
a massive failure. Yeah. I mean, my gosh, it was so advanced, so cool.
Yeah.
Nobody was calling it a massive failure back then, while people were, when it was announced, and people were actually buying them for a number of years, and they had many, many generations of them. I love it how people that, what is he, like 25?
Yes.
Is,
poo-pooing, right.
Yeah, right. It's like, do you like your iPad? Do you like all the processors that spawned from that architecture? Handwriting recognition. All those things. It seems like it was a pretty good success because it set the course for a whole new generation of computing. So I would say it won. Now, did it get overcome by other things that were cheaper and could do almost as much? Yes.
Right? Oh, sure. Yeah. As soon as it actually, I was going to say, as soon as it got small enough to actually fit in your pocket, that was.
When Palm and those like devices kind of killed it off. I mean, it was kind of a little, it just the combination of features and size and cost certainly took it down. But no, I will say it was not a failure. In fact, it was one of the most monumental computing devices in the history of the world.
You hear to hear, folks. That's right. Yes, that's right.
All right. Steve Jobs didn't think so, though. He would probably disagree with me. In 1988, there was a user meeting, and he demoed Next. And this guy, Charles Mann, recorded it. And over on Fast Company and Retrology, they've posted the audio of that. I have not listened to it. There was more than 2,000 people in Boston Symphony Hall. It would be a good listen, I'm sure. There's an audio of it. It's an hour and 44 minutes. I don't know if that's just him for all that time or if it's some of the other presentations. But that might be worth a listen to hear the things, because a lot of those talks, he says some really interesting things, not just about the computer, but he'll talk about the industry and where it's going and what the technologies are going to be needed and all that stuff. So it's always fun to hear what that was kind of in retrospect. All right, here's a cool thing. Let's see. There it is right there. iMac G4 modded with a 27, I think that's inch. I don't think that's 27 foot.
Right.
That'd be a very big screen. That would be monumental. But a curved screen on a G4 iMac.
Well, a G4 iMac body, right? Yeah, because it is
Yeah.
no longer a G4
No,
innards. But
it's now a
man,
PC.
this thing is just. I mean, the detail, the polish that this person put into doing this, and there's some great pictures.
Yeah, we should say
Further
where this
down,
is. It's a Sino Neptune. It's over on TonyMacX86.com.
which I
Which,
didn't even realize that they had a case mods section on Tony Mac site. Yeah, so somebody definitely want to check out some more.
but the work that went into it, I mean, this looks factory. You got this thin bezel, was a Samsung monitor, and down to the Apple logo on the back.
On the back,
backlit.
right? Yeah, they made this person made it look like a factory, custom stickers, custom cut Apple logo for the back. Just really gorgeous. It's got a PC in there. What I'm assuming it is been Hackintoshed.
Yeah. Well,
now one of the other cool things
yeah.
here, though, that you also pointed out, is the little tiny iMac.
Yeah.
Like a little toy iMac. And I don't know if that's something they custom made or modified, like a doll toy, kind of like the the little 5200s from the American Doll.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's displayed on it.
Yeah,
they call that the ZZ Mac, and the other one's the Z Mac, the bigger one. There they are side by side. See how much bigger that screen is, and it's probably, you kind of worry about the weight and balance of that thing because it's a very carefully balanced, the arm, be able to articulate that arm or whatever. It's probably a similar weight because
it's bigger, but it's going to be a lot lighter than. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see the little badge on the back?
Right.
Where the artist signed his work.
The detail. And a little badge that kind of covers up some of the Samsung information. Yep.
Oh, it's just beautiful. Yeah. Makes me think about other Macs that you could do something similar, or just a curved display on a present day Mac or other stuff. Yeah, but here you go to the website and it's just all kinds of screenshots of the lengths to create all of this. It's quite something. I mean, there's a lot of work that just went into getting that PC into that form factor. That hemispherical case is not the easiest thing to work with. I had to stack everything up there in like a little pyramid to get on, including that massive cooler. And they even did like a 3D design of this thing. Was all modeled and
right to make sure everything
diagrams. Yeah, look at that.
You can see it looks like it's that's either an engraver or I'm guessing a laser trying to see how the ZMac is going to look. It looks like. Yeah.
Very well done.
Absolutely.
Oh, stunning. Yeah. Great work over there. I wasn't familiar with that site. You were. Tony MacX.
Yeah, because they're mostly deal with the Hackintosh. They've got a buyer's guide for hardware. The most compatible OS 10 hardware to buy. Yeah. You can break it down by like basically a version of the Mac Mini to the Mac Pro, and it's got the tools for putting OS 10 on them. Of course, once Apple changes its architecture, depending on when they stop support for the older Intel Macs, that's probably gonna not be doable anymore.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. All right, and finally, Dana's at it again over at NanoRaptor on Twitter. Some wonderful creations. I wanted to highlight some of these.
Whoa!
Look at this thing.
It's trippy. Holy cow!
Apple made those the Flower Power iMac and the the Blue Dalmatian. They also made a Flower Power Power Mac. Yeah, I did not remember this one.
The Flower Power Tower. Yes.
with matching cinema display and mouse. That is sharp. that's just crazy. Look at that. So you got that one, and then the what is this thing? I don't even know what you call that. It's an SE with a circular display.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I guess they're experimenting with different form factors. Makes sense, right? You know, you can try your watch in a square like we've done
That's
with
right.
the Apple
Why not-
Watch.
why
Why
not?
not do your computer with a round display? Be perfect for displaying your clock desk accessory. And there was gosh, let me go to the media here. I know. Oh, okay. It's not going to let me do it because I'm not logged into this shared display. There's a couple others in there. I'm going to try to scroll through here. Those are older. Oh, here it is. This is the one I was looking for.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, the Apple Vision Display L featured a unique shaped CRT, allowing a connected Macintosh to see multiple virtual screen zones, including configurations that simulate a portrait display, widescreen display, and many others, all switchable on the fly.
All right, that is funny. That is funny.
Well, you see what they're doing on this. They're running like probably OS 9 or something on the larger part, and then in the little top of the L, they're running an emulated classic Mac. Probably.
That's right. Perfect.
Yeah, that is nice.
No wasted monitor space.
Yeah.
No weird square that doesn't have something on it. It's perfect.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Some good ideas here. What's this one? The Quadra 6? It's so small. They didn't even have room to put the Apple logo on it.
That's right. It is.
Or maybe this is a prototype. They didn't get around to it. Yeah, it just looks like an Apple. Like it's about the size of a.
It'd be like if there was a beige Mac Mini that had a floppy versus an optical drive. Yes.
Yeah, it is reminiscent of just a standalone external floppy drive, which I've got a few sitting right here. They would make great enclosures for a computer project. You could actually realize that computer if you wanted to. And then look at this one. I love this one.
Well, do you remember the person that put the Mac Mini inside a 5 1/4 inch Apple II floppy case?
Do I?
Yeah,
Who was that?
We had them on. We interviewed them.
Gosh, I don't remember. Well, we often refer to the pizza box cases that were used, like the Centris and Quadras of the day. There was actually a thin and crispy option.
Thin and crispy option. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I love it.
The thin and crispy pizza. This is a Centris 660 AV in the thin and crispy configuration.
Yeah, they also had
about half
the
height
stuffed crust version with extra RAM. Yes.
Oh, did you just make that up?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Wow. Well, all those and all the other wonderfully entertaining creations are over on NanoRaptor. Stuffed crust. Yes. With extra cheese, extra RAM. Is that what you said? Extra RAM. All right. What are we going to do next week?
That is a very good question. What are we going to do next week?
I don't know. I don't know if we want. Do we want to do the transition from PowerPC to Intel?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's do that. You ready to go?
I am ready.
In 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. That is the end of another episode of the RetroMacCast. Next week, we'll be back again. Of course, you can just listen, or you can come join us on YouTube Live at 8 a.m. Central U.S. to join in on the chat. Or you can watch it after the fact too, of course.
That's right.
These are streamed live, but they're also here. Helps to sit and see the things that we're referring to, right? Those
that is true. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have to make sure that when we are talking about it that we do probably make sure we're describing it a bit better for our audio listeners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And for our video listeners, we don't want to describe it too much.
Right. Yeah.
Because they'll
boring.
think,
See it.
Yeah, they'll say, "Hey, we see that. We're not dumb. We got eyes." So it's a balance. It's a tightrope we walk here at the RetroMacCast.
Living on the edge, baby.
Next week, we're going to continue our discussion of transitions. It'll be the transition from PowerPC to Intel. The last great transition that Steve
Before
Jobs
our
led us through.
next great transition, yes.
The next one that we're going to live, yes. Our thanks to everybody in the chat room that joined us. Our usual friends are out there. Did we rattle everybody off? Boy, it's
oh, I see. Well, you went Mac 84 joined at some point.
Klaus and Derek,
Fritz.
David Hart. You said Jeremy's there too? Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right.
Well, nice to see you guys.
Okay. Well, anything else we got to talk about, John?
I think that is it.
All right. Well, until next week, remember, it's not old.
It's retro.
All right. Now I'm going to catch up on the chat. See, for some reason, so we have this interface through StreamYard, and it usually echoes all the comments in the StreamYard interface.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but it's not doing that this time.
Not doing it today.
Mm-hmm. David says he found it to be fully immersive. Oof.
Nice.
I hope that's a good thing. I'm going to take that as a good thing.
Rick says he wants the deep dish version.
Deep dish version. Yeah. Yes. What would that be? Gosh, we got to challenge Dana to come up with these other variants.
Yeah. And then you get the Chicago versus the New York
style.
Right.
New York style. Yeah, the Chicago style deep dish, I think would be great.
It was only regionally sold. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
All right.
I think that'd be a great, like a book if she had all her creations and
oh my
all
gosh,
the descriptions.
Yes.
And remember that I think there was, if you go back far enough, didn't she do like a full up advertisement or a spec sheet or data sheet or something? She had done some like some additional documentation.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. But these shots of the computers just in the wild, like
right.
on somebody's desk or something, they're just genius.
So nicely done. So nicely done.
And I think fooling a lot of people too as well. I don't know. It's hard to tell the way the comments are written.
What's really funny is the Flower Power one that she did actually captured the real look of the Flower Power better than Apple's actual advertisement for the Flower Power did, because the pictures for the Flower Power never did it justice compared to seeing it in person. It didn't capture that translucency with the stuff embedded in it very well. The only time I've ever laid eyes on that is over at your place. Yeah, I've never seen one in person elsewhere.
I can't say I have.
Except for maybe actually now probably at the Apple Pop-Up Museum. I'm sure they
had one. Yeah,
that and Blue Dalmatian. I always wanted the Blue Dalmatian. I always was quite fond of that one.
Yeah. Well, you saw that one here too.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody in the chat pointed out in my background. Do you see that?
Oh, I meant to actually bring that up. I was you've got one of the jazz posters, right?
Yeah, we were talking about jazz, and I was, I looked down. I have Mac stuff tucked in different corners of the house, but next to my wardrobe, I have this poster. And it's on a board. It's mounted on. And it was an advertisement for Jazz from Lotus with a nice little classic Mac there, right? With an external floppy that you had to have. Otherwise, you drive yourself bananas. And, it's this thing's, if I can get it down here, there's the Apple logo, 6-color Apple logo.
Nice.
Right? And it's got, I guess they did some kind of this Macintosh business seminars.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this thing's like pristine. The corner, this little corner's a little mangled, but
it's a mounted foam board. It looks like,
foam core, I guess, or foam board, or whatever they call that.
Yeah, the same stuff I use at work. Yeah, very cool.
All right, well, I think we'll wrap it up.
All right, now let's take a look here.
You can send me some files.
They should be waiting for you.
And they are. Grab those. All right. We'll call it a day. Thanks again, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Stay
have a good one
out there.
Bye-bye.